The following episode of Dad vs. Daughter Playthroughs was made possible by a contribution from Asmadi Games.
Hi, this is Dwight from Dwiggy's Demos, and you're about to watch a Dad vs. Daughter playthrough of Innovation. I wanted to let you know that I have recently shot a Innovation video myself on my channel, so after you're done watching this video, please go over to my channel, Dwiggy's Demos, and catch my video where you can see a complete walkthrough of the rules and a little bit more detailed explanation of how to play the game. Enjoy the video!
Hello and welcome to another episode of Dad vs. Daughter. I'm Tim the Dad.
I'm Megan the Daughter.
And today we are playing Innovation. I always want to say Innovation's like at Epcot.
Yeah.
But there's no S. It's singular. This is a card civilization game. Basically what we are doing, we are representing 10 levels of civilization. Number 1 is prehistoric, 2 is classical, 3 is medieval, 4 is the Renaissance, 5 is exploration, 6 is enlightenment, 7 is romance, 8 is modern, 9 is postmodern, and 10 is information. Now, the way you win the game is by collecting achievements, and the first person to get 5 achievements is the winner. You get achievements by scoring points, and we're going to kind of go into that as we go. For a more in-depth look at how to play and the rules and everything, I want to point you to a good friend of mine, Dwight's channel on YouTube called Dwiggy's Demos. He did a great overview of this, how to play it, what the rules are, so go check that out. First off, one of the things we're going to do is we've got the board here set up with all the different ages and cards. What we're going to do, we've already shuffled these, we are going to number, we're going to take one of each of the numbers and put them here in the middle, and those are going to represent our achievements. And if we look at the card a little closer, we'll see like on the number 1, it's got the 1 up there, which when we score this, that's going to be worth 1 point. It also has this number in a circle. That is the number of points that we need in order to achieve or to claim this achievement. So like I said, we'll explain a lot of this as we go along. So what we're going to do first is we are going to take the top card of each of the decks and we are going to place them so where we can see the numbers there in the middle so that everybody can get a chance to get to them and also see what is required. Now while Megan's doing that, I want to give you a close-up of the player board. This goes over the terms that are used in the game: tuck, return, draw, and most importantly, splay. When you do that, you're going to get more icons visible on your player board, and that's important because when you do the actions or the dogma of the cards, you're going to be looking at the player or the icons and the number of icons that you have specifically. There's also attacking the other player, and that's through the use of demand, and we'll point that out as we go along. So also on the side of the card here, you'll see here's score. So when we score a card, we're going to slide it under this part, and then when we complete an achievement and gain that achievement, we're going to slide it under over here. So Megan, have I covered everything?
I think so.
And then on the back of the card, it also kind of goes into more information on what melding, drawing, that sort of thing is. Melding basically means that you're going to play a card from your hand and put it in front of you. Okay? Okay, I think we're ready to play. Oh, one other last thing. There are 5 special achievements here. And most of the time, these don't come into play until later in the game. But here they are right here. And sometimes there'll be cards that will allow you to claim these special achievements early on. And like I said, as we play through, we'll let you know if that happens. So first of all, we're just going to put these up here. They may be slightly out of frame, but you'll get the idea if and when we do grab any of those. So the first thing we do is we are going to deal out 2 of the number 1 cards to each player. What you're going to do is you're going to look at your 2 cards, and I'll give you a little close-up of my 2 cards here, and I'm going to pick which one I want to be my starting card. Now, The starting card that is closer to the beginning of the alphabet, that is going to determine who the first player is. So I think I'm going to go with this card here.
I've got mine picked.
Okay, so you put them down and then you flip them over at the same time. Megan has riding and I have sailing, so S is closer to A than W, so I'm going to get to go first. And in the game, the first player only gets one action. Not really sure why they only get one. I guess to kind of balance things out because they got to go first. I don't know. It doesn't seem like it's that big of an advantage, but so I think what I will do first is I am going to invoke my dogma here, and there's a little crown icon next to it. So that means that I look and I have 2 crowns. Megan has 1 crown on her card. So if she had the same number or more, she would actually be able to do this as well. But since she doesn't, I'm going to do this by myself. So I'm going to invoke this dogma, and it says draw and meld a 1. So I grab a card off of the 1 pile, and meld it means I just simply play it in front of me. And I can do that twice if I want, but since I went first, I only get 1 turn. Megan, it is now your turn.
Alright, so I'm going to use the dogma effect on writing, and I have 2 light bulbs. You do not have any. And that effect is to draw a 2. So I will do that. And then I'm going to meld map making.
Okay.
So that will be my turn.
Okay, well, I think what I'm going to do... Ooh, you've got now 3 crowns.
Yes, I do.
Oh, but I've got 4. So I don't have to share it if I want to do that. Let's see. The other card I have is Code of Laws. And I want to point out that there are no duplicate cards in this game. Everything is unique. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to invoke the Sailing Dogma. So I will draw and meld a 1. It's Mysticism. Now, when you meld a card of the same color that you already have on your player board, you simply just put it on top. So that was my first action. I have 1 other action here. Let's see. Do I want to do Mysticism? Draw and reveal a 1 if it's the same color of any card on my board. Meld it and draw 1. Okay, so I think I want to do that. Okay. And I have 3 castles, and you have 1. So draw and reveal a 1.
Okay.
It is a red card. So if it's the same color as any card on my board, meld it and draw 1. It is not. So that was my first action. You know what? I think I'm going to do it again.
Okay.
And I've got a green, so I get to meld this.
All right.
And then I also get to draw 1. So that's my 2 actions.
Okay.
And that's the wheel.
Okay. So I'm going to use the dogma on writing again, and I'm going to draw 2. And then, let's see. I think I'm going to meld masonry.
Okay.
So that's my turn.
All right. I am going to do the dogma on the wheel, which says draw 2 1s.
Okay.
So I will do that. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to meld metalworking.
Okay.
Your turn.
We're going to do writing again because I don't have anything to really do with my other one. So I'm going to draw 2. And... I think I'm going to do it again, so I'm going to draw another 2. That'll be my turn.
All right. Okay, I think I will invoke metalworking. Man, I've got 9 castles.
That's a lot.
That is a lot. So what I'm going to do is draw and reveal a 1. If it has a castle on it, score it and repeat the dogma, otherwise keep it. Okay, so you know what? I'm going to do it again. Go for broke here. Castle. It does have a castle, so I get to score it.
Okay.
And do it again. So I'm going to slide this under my board, show that I've got 1 point. Oh, I get to score that. Now, here's the other thing. When you run out of cards in a age here, and you are supposed to draw from that, then you draw from the next highest card. So I will draw 2. Does it have castles? Yes, it does. So I'm going to score that. And do it again.
You get to keep doing it?
I get to keep doing it.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, that one doesn't. So that is the end of my turn. So I got 4 points right there.
Oh, my. Okay. Well, that was your turn, right?
Yep.
Okay, so I'm going to do map making now. So I demand you transfer a 1 from your score pile, if it has any, to my score pile.
Okay.
So.
And the demands are basically attacks on the other player, and you should read it because that helps you figure out who is doing what. So she is demanding I transfer a 1 to her score pile from my score pile.
If any card was transferred due to this demand, draw and score a 1.
That is me or you?
Well, it's the second action.
Okay, so that's you.
That's me. So there's no 1 to draw from, so I will draw 2 and score that. And I think I'm going to do that again. So I demand you transfer a 1 from your score pile to mine. And then I will draw and score the 1, which will be the 2. So there's some points right there I just got. I worked out pretty nice.
You're up at 6 points.
Got 6 points right now.
And I'm back down to 2.
Well, you know it happens. So now your turn.
Okay, I think I will play mathematics.
Okay.
And it says I may return a card from my hand. If I do, draw and meld a card of value 1 higher than the card you returned. So I think what I will do is...
You're going to use that?
Yeah, I'm going to return the 1.
Okay.
So I get to draw and meld this 1 higher. So I get to meld a yellow.
Cool.
Which is fermenting.
Nice.
So that's my turn.
That's your turn? Okay, well, first off, I have 6 points. So I'm going to take the first achievement, which is worth 5 points. So that will be my first achievement. Slide that from under there. So now I only need 4 more.
And taking an achievement does require the use of an action.
So that was 1 action. Let's see. Okay, so I'm going to do the dogma on writing. Oh, okay, so we both have 2 light bulbs, so you can actually do this first if you want to.
Okay, so
and
what?
It's draw a 2, so it'd be a 3. So do you want to draw 3?
So I will draw 3.
Okay.
And
That's
then,
the only action on it.
And then Megan gets to draw 3. And then since I shared in that, Megan actually gets to draw another card.
Nice. Okay, so that's my turn.
Okay, I think, oh, well, you know what? You should have been able to do mathematics last time,
what
too.
Was it?
You could return a card from your hand if you do draw and meld a card of value 1 higher than the card you returned.
Oh, okay. Can I do that now, then?
Yeah, I'll let you do it now.
Okay, so I'll return the 3 and...
You get to meld it.
Meld it? Oh, okay. Not score it. Okay. Ooh, medicine. That's my favorite. That's a good card.
And because I messed up, I would normally take a card, but I won't do that. Try to balance it out. Okay. Wow. You know, I've noticed you always get a bunch of crowns.
Yeah. Well, I'm a princess. I like crowns.
Okay, I'm going to play or meld agriculture. And I'm going to go ahead and do the dogma on that, which says I may return a card from my hand. If I do, draw and score a card of value 1 higher than the card I returned. So I'm going to return this 3.
That's a good card.
And I will draw and score a 4. So that puts me at 6 points. So that's my 2 actions, Megan.
Okay. Well, I think I have 2 leaves. You have 3 leaves. Ooh, okay. Well, let's make that change here a little bit. Because I need more leaves than you. So I'm going to meld the calendar, and then I'm going to use, for my first turn, in my second turn I'm going to use medicine, and I have 4 leaves, you have 3, so I can do this. So medicine is I demand you exchange the highest card in your score pile with the lowest card in my score pile.
This is how Megan kills me. She uses medicine and poisons me.
Well, you know, happens. Back then they didn't have really reliable medicine. So that will be my turn.
Okay, well, I don't like how that goes, so I will meld clothing so I can get a couple more leaves on the table here.
Okay.
Let's see. And one thing I did point out, when you're drawing cards from the tableau here, you always look at the number that you have down on your player board. So the highest number tells you which stack that you start drawing from. So in this case, I've got a 2, so if I want to draw, I could draw from a 2. Megan has a 3 already, so
yeah.
So I think I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to draw this 2.
Okay. Is that your first action?
That was my first action.
So what's your second?
You know what? I have more leaves, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do agriculture dogma, and I'm going to return this 2.
Okay.
And I will score this 3.
Nice.
So that's my turn.
Cool. I like that 3 over there. And I've got 4 leaves. Oh no, you got 5.
Yeah, I had to protect myself.
No! Okay, hang on. What do you think?
Don't want you giving me that bad medicine.
Nope, okay, never mind. I can still do this.
Bad medicine. Bon Jovi. Excellent song. 80s.
I don't know that song, but I know
Yeah, you do.
Do I?
Yeah. Your love is like bad medicine.
I don't think I've
Bad
heard that one.
medicine is what I need. Oh, oh.
I haven't heard that one.
Oh, you've heard it.
Okay, I don't remember.
Trust me, you've heard it.
Anyway, I'm going to use the dogma on map making. So, I demand you transfer a 1 from your score pile to mine. So, I'll take that 1 from your score pile, please. Thank you.
That's because you have 3 crowns and I only have 2.
Yeah, so if any card is transferred you to the man, draw and score a 1. So, I'll score that 1. So, now I am at 4, 8, 10, 11. My second action will be taking this achievement.
Yeah, this isn't going real well.
So I have
Actually, this
2
is going the way it
achievements.
normally goes.
Yeah.
Normally,
This
Megan
isn't- this
actually
shouldn't
kicks
be
my
a
butt
shock.
at this game.
This should not be a shock for you. Or it gets really close. It's a major butt kicking or neck and neck.
Okay. So that was your 2?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I think I'm going to go ahead and do agriculture again.
Okay.
Actually, before I do that, I'm actually going to draw this 2.
Okay.
And then I'm going to do agriculture. So I'll return that and I will score this 3.
I gotta get some leaves down. I can't keep letting
So
you
that
take my
puts me
leaves.
at 8 points.
Okay. Well, there's no more 1s. Do you have any 1s in your hand?
Go fish.
Go
Oh, I have
fish.
2
You have
1s.
2 1s. Okay. Well, let's do. I'm gonna meld that, and then I'm gonna use the dogma because I've still got more crowns.
That's a compass.
Yep. The compass says I demand you transfer a top non-green card with a leaf from your board to my board.
No!
Yeah.
That's my agriculture card.
Yeah, that's why I'm taking it. And then you transfer a top card without a leaf from my board to your board.
You have leaves on every card.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Don't worry
Okay,
about it.
so I can't do anything on that because all your cards have leaves.
Yeah.
So that win-win for you.
Cool. So that was my 2 turns because I melded it and then I used the dogma.
You know, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do the mysticism dogma, which says draw and reveal a 1. If it's the same color as any card on my board, meld it and draw a 1. So I can't draw 1. I get to draw 2. And since it is the same color as any card on my board, I get to meld it. And then I will draw 1, which I can't. There's no 1, there's no 2, so I'll draw 3.
Okay. Is that your turn?
That was 1.
1 turn. Okay.
That was 1
There's
turn.
a lot in some turns. That's
Yeah.
why I never know.
And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to meld engineering.
Okay. So my turn?
Your turn.
I'm going to use your agriculture card that I just took, since I've got more leaves than you now. So you may return a card from your hand. I'm going to return the 3.
Oh, on the
there's
bottom.
Yep. And if you do, draw and score a card of value 1 higher than the card you returned. So that would be a 4. Now I am at 15 points, so I can take this 3rd achievement. So I have a 3 on my board.
Yeah, 2 more and you win.
Yep. So that was my turn. Off to you,
Okay.
Daddy-O.
Yeah. Well, I think I'm going to stick with mysticism here. I'm going to do that dogma, and I'm going to draw and reveal a 1. There's no 1. There's no 2. Draw and reveal a 3, and I will actually meld it and draw a 1, which I can't. I can't draw 2, so I draw this. So now I have feudalism.
What does that do?
It's got a demand on there. I transfer a card with a castle from your hand to my hand. You know what? I think I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to meld alchemy.
And what does that one do?
That is a draw and reveal a 4 for every 3 castles on my board. If any of the drawn cards are red, return the cards drawn and all cards in your hand. Otherwise, keep them.
Okay.
Then I get to meld a card from my hand and score a card from my hand. Ooh.
Okay.
Finally, something that actually I could score some points.
Okay.
So your turn.
My turn? So I can draw, how high can I draw? Up to 4 or up to 3?
You have 3 on your
Yeah.
board.
So only up to 3. Alright.
Yep.
Okay. Draw that, and then... I'm going to meld that so I can get some more crowns. So that will be my turn.
Okay.
So I'm at 5
What is
crowns.
that?
It's translation.
Translation.
Ooh, that's a lot.
So I think I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do alchemy.
Okay.
So it says draw and reveal a 4 for every 3 castles on my board. So I'm going to draw 2 of these. Okay, it's a blue and a purple. It says if any of the drawn cards are red, return the cards and all cards in my hand, otherwise keep them. And then the second part is meld a card from my hand, then score a card from my hand. So I think what I will do is I will meld Reformation and I will score that other 4.
Okay.
So that was just this one action. So I could do that again.
Go for it.
Let's see, I am at 7, 10, I'm at 12. Wow, I need 20 for the next
I'm at 15.
achievement. I think I'm going to do Reformation.
Okay.
So it says you may tuck a card from your hand for every 2 leaves on the board. So there's 1, 2, 3. I only have 2 cards, so I am going to tuck both of these cards. So tuck just means they put them on the bottom of your stack.
I need to start splaying.
Yeah. Well, and here we go. So that's the first part of the dogma. The second part says you may splay your yellow or purple cards right.
Ooh.
So let's see. What do I have?
To the right is with the top icon. No, to the number.
Do I want to do that or my yellow? I think I'll go with my yellow. So like that.
Okay. Cool. All right. So that was your turn?
Yes, that was my turn.
Okay, I'm going to use the compass because I've got I've still got more crowns. So I demand you transfer a top non-green card with a leaf onto your board to my board. So
top non-green card with a leaf? You don't want that card.
Yes, I do. I don't want that card. I don't want that card very much.
So then what's...
Then you transfer a top card without a leaf from my board to your board. So you can get that one.
I don't really want that.
Not too bad. So that was one turn. So now I'm going to use Reformation over here because I've got more leaves. So I can tuck a card from your hand for every 2 leaves on your board. So I'm going to go ahead and tuck this green card over here. And then you can splay your yellow or your purple cards to the right. So I'm going to splay my yellow cards to the right. So that will be my turn. If you want to go ahead and go.
Yeah, I didn't like you taking my card.
Well, it happens. I'm good at taking other people's cards.
Do you have any cards in your hand?
Mm-mm.
No, neither do I.
No, might want to draw them.
Well, I'm trying to see if I've got anything now. I've got more crowns than you.
Mm-hmm. I've got 3. You've got 6, 7? 7.
Yeah, that doesn't really help me there. Okay, so I'm going to do engineering. It says, I demand you transfer all top cards with a castle from your board to my pile.
That doesn't
my score pile.
do you any good.
No, but I get to do the second part, which says, I may splay my red cards left.
Oh.
So when I splay left, I look at the board.
Number.
So I keep the number up.
Mm-hmm.
So like this.
Yep.
And
might want to shift
yeah.
a little. Try to help you out there. There we go. Okay.
So it just gives me more castle icons.
Yeah. Alrighty.
But splaying is very important in this game. The more icons you have, the more power you have.
Yeah.
So that was my first turn, actually. My first action. Yep.
Oh, okay.
So if my second action, the highest card I have is a 3, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to draw 3.
Okay. Well, I'm going to draw 4 now for mine. And let's see. What does clothing make you do? What's the dogma on clothing?
Clothing says meld a card from your hand of different color from any card on your board. So in order for you to do that, you have to be a red card.
Okay.
Because red is the only color you don't have.
Mm-hmm.
So there are only 5 colors. Red, yellow, green, purple, and blue.
Right. Well, I think I'm going to meld the Enterprise. So I demand...
The Enterprise?
Enterprise, yes, the Enterprise.
The Enterprise.
Starship Enterprise.
Is Captain Kirk commanding?
Mm-hmm. He's a cutie.
Chris Pine or William Shatner?
Oh, Chris Pine. William Shatner talked my ear off. I demand you transfer a top non-purple card with a crown from your board to my board. I like clothing. Clothing's a non-top purple card with really...
All right, you can have the clothing.
Thank
You
you.
can have the clothing off my back.
Yep.
Or off my player board.
Take that. If you do, draw and meld a 4.
I do?
I think so, yeah.
Well, if it's part of the first
Yeah, it's part of the
demand.
first one,
Okay,
yeah.
so I
Meld it.
meld the 4.
Yep.
So when you've already got cards splayed, when you meld a card on there, you still keep them splayed. So put that on there.
So there's that, and then you may splay your green cards to the right. And to the
Sure.
right is like that. So that will be my turn.
Wow, look at all those crowns. 4, 7, 8 crowns.
I told you I'm the princess.
You are a princess.
I get lots of crowns.
I think I'm going to do feudalism here.
Okay.
The dogma. I demand you transfer a card with a castle from your hand to my hand. Do you have anything?
I don't have any.
You don't have any hand? Okay.
I have
So
2 hands.
the
But
second
nothing
part
in
of that says I may splay my yellow or purple cards left.
So you've already got
So
your yellow.
I will splay my purple cards to the left.
Okay, and that's your first
And that
turn.
shows the numbers.
Yeah. So, second turn.
Let's see. Top card is a 4. I could draw 4. I think I will draw a 4.
Okay.
So your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna draw a 4. Ooh, I'm gonna get that down, so I'm gonna start melding that. That is colonialism, so I'm gonna put that right there so we stay in frame here. So I'll do that.
So that's it?
Yep.
Yeah, that's going to hurt. That's going to hurt bad because I know how that game is played there.
With the factories, I like the factories.
I think I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to meld the printing press. And then I think I'm going to invoke the dogma on perspective,
Okay.
which says I may return a card from my hand. If I do, score a card from my hand for every 2 light bulbs. Well, I've got 5 light bulbs, so I would just be able to score this one, but I'm going to go ahead and do that.
Okay. Where are you at point-wise now? No.
I am at 15.
50. Okay.
So I need 5 more to get the next achievement.
So I think we're tied. Okay, so I'm gonna draw this 4 here. Ooh. Okay, I'm gonna play that. Meld it. I'll do that.
And in order to take an achievement, you have to have that level of number on your board.
Yeah.
When you hit the 3, I didn't remember.
Yeah,
if
I
you
did. I
it.
had a 3.
Okay,
I
I trust you.
I made sure.
Okay, so you
That was
drew
it.
and
I
melded.
drew and melded.
Ooh.
So yeah, I got the factories going now. I'm gonna start using those actions.
Okay. Well, I think what I'm going to do is I will. 4 is my highest. Can't draw 4, so I'll draw 5. And then I'm going to do perspective. How many light bulbs you got? You got 3.
4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
You've got 4, and
Yeah.
I've got 5, so I can still do this without having to share it. It says I may return a card from my hand. If I do, score a card from my hand for every 2 light bulbs. So, oh, wait a minute. I'd have to return this. Did I return a card last time?
Yeah, no, you didn't.
Oh, okay.
I think you were going to, and then I think you were just going to score it.
Okay, so really I should have.
You shouldn't
I should
have
take
that
this back.
3, yeah.
Well, I should have it in my hand.
Okay,
So I'll take that one back.
okay.
So
That's why I was like, okay. I just thought I didn't understand the card. I was going to let you go for it.
So now I'll do that.
Okay.
I'll return this 3,
Yeah.
and then I will score. Yeah, if I do, score a card from my hand for every 2 light bulbs. So I'll score that 5.
Okay.
So that is my turn because I drew a 5 to begin with.
Okay. Okay, so I'm going to draw a 5, and I'm going to... I don't have any machines yet. Huh. Oh well, I'm going to play it anyway, so I'm going to meld that thinking.
The nice thing about your player board here, it also tells you which ages the icons are in.
Yeah.
So I know that I'm hurting for what I have. Yeah, I need cards.
Well, draw.
Well, I know.
Draw some cards. That's an easy way to gain them.
Well, I'm going to draw 5 and see what we got. Ooh. I think I'll draw another 5. So, your turn.
Okay. I'm going to draw a 5 as well. Let's see. What do we got? You've got So I drew it, and I'm gonna meld it, and that will be that.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to meld measurement.
Okay.
And then I think what I will do is I will do the dogma. I don't have to share it because I have more light bulbs. So it says I may return a card from my hand. So I'll return this 5 to the 5 pile. It says if I do, splay any one color of my cards right, and then draw a card of value equal to the number of cards of that color on my board. So I think I will, let's see, to the right. So splaying to the right means I keep that number up there. And I realize that's going to be out of frame now. Sorry about that. So there's 4 cards there, so I will draw a 4. There is no 4, so I'll draw a 5. And draw a card of value equal to the number of cards of that color on my board. Okay, so I played it. I did the dogma. Your turn.
My turn. I'm going to draw the 5 and ooh, okay, I'm going to meld chemistry so I can use that next turn.
I don't like where this is going. All right, I'm going to go ahead and I am going to meld astronomy.
Okay.
I move my cards down, so like I said, I know some of these are not in frame. And then I'm going to do the dogma on astronomy because I still have more light bulbs, so I don't have to share. So it says, draw and reveal a 6. If the card is green or blue, meld it and repeat. It is green, so I will meld it. It is green, I will meld it. And it is not green or blue. So the last part of the dogma is, if all non-purple top cards on my board are value 6 or higher, claim the universe achievement. They are not, so I am not going to be able to do that at this time. So I played it, did the dogma. Your turn.
Okay. Okay, I think I'm going to do chemistry here. So you may splay your blue cards right. So my cards are going to get a little bit out of frame now, because to the right is with the icon on the top. So let's do that. So that was the first action. So then you draw and score a card of value 1 higher than the highest top card on your board. So my highest card is a 5, so I score a 6. And then return a card from your score pile. So I'm going to return this 1. So how many points do I have now? 10, 18, 19, 20. And that was my first action using chemistry, so I will take this achievement as my second.
And you're 1 achievement away from winning.
I can get that up. We'll just slide that off.
We're going to change the camera angle here so we can try to show everybody everything.
Okay.
Okay, now you get a better sense of how all these cards are splayed out all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so it's my turn?
Yep.
Okay. You know, I think I'm going to... Do I want to do the dogma on astronomy again? You have 1, 2, 3, 4. You have 5 light bulbs now. I have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So, yeah, I'm going to do that. So, draw and reveal a 6. If the card is green or blue, meld it. It is blue.
Repeat.
So, I get to repeat. Green or blue? No, it is not. So, the other part is, if all non-purple cards are 6, which they are not yet. So, I'm going to go ahead and for my second action, I'm going to meld machine tools.
Okay. Okay, I think.
So that puts me, it gives me 4 factories.
Ooh.
How many factories you got? Hey, you got 5.
That's okay. I'm going to use chemistry again. So my first action of it is you may splay blue cards right, which I already have, but I'm going to use the second one, which is definitely going to come in handy right now, because that might be a deal breaker. So draw and score a card of value 1 higher than the highest top card on the board. So 5 is the highest top card. I will draw and score a 6 and return the lowest. Return a card from your score pile. Oh. So it's going to be my lowest one.
It's going to be on the bottom. Not that I think anybody's going to be drawing 1s.
Yep,
but.
so now I'm at 6, 12, 14, 18, 20, 23. I need 2 more points to get that 5th achievement there. So that was my first action. I think I'm going to do it again. So I'm going to draw and score the higher value and return a card. So now I'm over 25 points, but I cannot take it yet till the next turn. So unless you can stop me, the end game's approaching very quickly.
Yeah, I don't think I can.
Well, let's see. Just play out.
Well, because my points, I am at
Okay.
17, so I would need 8 points.
But could you take a point away from me or anything?
Well,
Look
that
at
is
your
true,
cards.
but
Maybe
I
if
don't.
you draw something.
Well, I'm looking.
I
I'm
don't
looking.
know. Don't give up yet. Don't get discouraged.
Well, I'm going to draw this 6 and see if there's anything in there that can help me out. And unfortunately, it does not. So, So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to invoke astronomy, and there's no 6s, so I'll draw 7. It is a blue card, so I get to meld that and repeat it. It is a green card. I will get to meld that.
And repeat.
And get to repeat. It is a red card, so I do not.
Okay.
So if all the top cards are 6 or higher, which they are not because my yellow is still at 4 and my purple is at that.
Okay, so my first action, I still have more points, and I have definitely over 25. I will take that 5th achievement. I now have 5 achievements, and we'll get right back to you with the lovely trophy presentation.
Well, Megan, this case, I have to gladly give you the trophy because that is the worst butt kicking I've ever taken at this game,
Yeah.
especially with you.
And I kick your butt a lot.
I mean, dang. Not much I can say about that.
Yeah.
It's a little sore. I can't sit down right now. But no, that was awesome.
Thank you.
Okay, so let's talk to you about what we think of this game. All right, what we think. Megan?
Okay, I really enjoy this game, not just because I win a lot. It is it's a contributing factor of why I enjoy this game, but it is a really good game. It's a different game than any type of game I've played before with the whole card and icon and splaying aspect. I really do like that. I like how the artwork on each age is. I like how you have like the little man and he like depicts kind of like the clothing era and like the different fonts of the numbers. I think that's really cool. The artwork's cool.
Well, and the art kind of goes
Yeah.
along with what the period is. Like, for information, it's more, the digital 10, whereas a prehistoric, you get the caveman, like...
That's a girl on number 10. Ooh.
Okay. But, like, the caveman's drawn, like on the cave
Yeah.
wall there.
It's cool. I mean, everything works. It all ties in with the theme very well. I like all the icons and just, like, I don't know. I like it.
And the same reasons that you gave and why you like it is why I like it, too. I think the icons and the whole splaying, I think it's a really fresh mechanic, at least for us.
Yeah.
Now, it could be out there in other games and we just don't know it. But I think it's really cool. It's clever. The game actually plays pretty fast. We kind of slowed things down because we were explaining things, but we can probably knock a game out in 30 minutes easy, 2-player. Now, I have played this 2, 3, and 4-player. With 2-player, it is, obviously, as you've seen, more direct conflict. You don't have anybody else that's kind of helping to shield you from somebody just pounding away like Megan was doing. I mean, that medicine card, how many times have you gotten that and you poison me with it? I was hoping with the agriculture, that's a good early game card because it lets you get a couple of the early achievements. It was later in the game when I got it.
And then I took it from you.
You were able to get the achievements and just keep progressing up. We still only got to 7. I think the highest we've gotten, is to 8 in the ages. But I think you get to the higher ages with more players. And with 2 players, like I said, it flows really well. I mean...
But we've had times when we've only gotten to like 5 is the highest, so it all kind of depends.
And we have had very balanced games. There was a game that Megan played, and you had agriculture, I think, and you got off to a quick lead. You got the first 3 achievements, and I came back and won.
Oh, yeah.
And then Megan played kind of similar against me, where I started off fast and she came from behind.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, this game did not reflect that. I have 0 achievements, which usually doesn't happen.
Yeah.
But
I did pretty good.
but no, it's a really cool game, and it's a
Yeah.
cheap game. It's like $20, so you can't go wrong. And it is by Asmadi Games, so check it out. Megan, anything else?
No, I think that's about it.
All right,
Wrap it
so
up.
we will see you guys next time.
Bye. Like and follow us on Facebook to stay current on our show schedule, sneak peeks at future shows, and to interact with us.